gotta say, this was a treat to wake up to. I didn't know we was going to get a second drinker video on Wakanda Forever. Oh man, this should be good. Let me make sure I screen record this one just in case I need to pause, laugh, and talk. Let's see, this should be funny.
You know, watching Wakanda Forever the other day, I found myself leaving the theatre with a number of questions. Like, oh my god, why did I just waste 3 hours of my life on that fucking disaster when I could have been doing something far more productive, like drinking toilet duck? But I also had a few questions about the plots, which I couldn't really find a way to work into my actual review on the main channel, so I decided to just list them here. I don't really expect an answer to any of these questions, but it's just little things that people might find it interesting to contemplate. Such as, why do the Wakandans talk to each other in English when they have their own distinct language and clearly have nothing but contempt for outside cultures, especially English-speaking ones? Why do they still use the magical bullshit shield to make their city invisible when everyone knows it exists because they literally told the world about it in the previous movie? Why do they use magical techno drums to disable the magical bullshit shield in order to pass through it when a fucking button would be simpler, easier, more efficient, and more reliable? Like if the pilot got...
Unless the shield actually protects them too, you know what I mean? Like, if it protects them from outside attack, you know, like bombs and people just getting through it, then that makes sense. But otherwise, no, because everybody knows you're there now.
Got the tune on those drums even slightly wrong, would the entire royal family crash into the shield and die? Why were none of the Avengers called upon to help T'Challa when he was sick and dying, and why were none of them present at his funeral? Why didn't Queen Ramonda have to fight to be ruler of Wakanda like all of her predecessors did? Did everyone just accept her as the new queen? If so, why? We know the ritual still takes place because we get to see it at the end of the movie, so why was she never required to take part in it? How exactly are the Dora Milaje able to deflect automatic gunfire using just their spears? Even Deadpool couldn't do that shit.
Oh! Yeah! Your bullets. They're really fast.
Oh, he couldn't much of a call it in the origins.
How does slapping some nanomachines on the chassis of a 1970s muscle car allow you to remote pilot it? Why does Okoye wait until she gets all the way back to Wakanda to report that Shuri's been captured by the fish people? Wouldn't it make more sense to immediately call it in and use the tracking device that Shuri's still wearing to get a fix on her location so you can launch an immediate rescue mission? How do the blue fish people use toilets underwater? Wouldn't their city have centuries worth of piss and shit floating around everywhere? Why even build underwater cities when there's no weather or dramatic temperature changes that you need to take shelter from, and beds clearly don't work underwater? How are the blue fish people able to regenerate after being apparently killed? Why is this never commented on or explained? Why does Ocean Man have wings attached to his feet and pointed ears when neither of these things have anything to do with fish, and none of the other bluefish children born subsequently have these additions? How exactly does Ocean Man even know about the existence of Wakanda, never mind where it is and how to sneak into it, when it's literally been hidden from the entire world throughout most of its history? How are the water grenades able to shatter vibranium glass but only cause minor injuries to Okoye, despite being caught directly in the blast radius? How exactly are whales able to survive in a freshwater African river? If the Wakandans wanted to stop the blue fish people from invading their country, why didn't they just divert the river so there was no way for them to get in? Why hasn't someone as brilliant and gifted as Riri Williams been recruited by the US government already? How does her Iron Man suit function without an arc reactor? Did she build her own one? If so, how? I thought an arc reactor required extremely rare and valuable
a lot of people were asking that
question. US college student would not be able to procure. Why has no one thought to look for vibranium in other parts of the world before now? Why were Tony and Bruce not recruited to build a vibranium detector years ago? Why does Everett Ross take the Wakandans at their word that they didn't attack that research ship, when it's clearly something that they're willing and able to do? If the new magical bullshit herb was made by combining the underwater bullshit herb with T'Challa's DNA, wouldn't that turn Shuri into a mixture of T'Challa and the blue fish people? Like I say, I don't imagine these are questions that can easily be answered.
Yo, let me know where I can get that coat and them pants.
Consider them, or just didn't give a
Someone
shit
let
in the
me
first
know.
place. Which is kind of an interesting way of making a $200 million movie. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
I thought, it's funny. I was waiting. I was waiting for more. I wanted more, more questions. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of movies are like this. When they're good, you don't really have to ask those questions because you're entertained. You felt good about the movie, but it's like anything else. When you're dealing with family members, your children, your friends, when they piss you off and you're unhappy with them, you will find a whole lot of other things to talk about that's wrong, along with the fact of their behavior or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Bad movies make you nitpick. A lot of people loved it. I didn't. It was below average. I wouldn't call it horrible, but it was just... it just is what it is, So, make sure you subscribe to The Drinker. Tell them Tyrone Magnus sent you. If you guys have any more questions about it, let's have a conversation in the comments section. Oh, man. They could have really... this is one thing that few people were saying, that they were looking to get rid of Black Panther anyway. That Chadwick knew about it and was not happy. I don't know if it's true or not, but they were looking to replace him with Shuri anyway. The fact that his passing just let it happen faster. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but God. Post comments down below, and I will see y'all later. 10 million subscribers. Woo!